Hey guys, it's me Zayn and today we're gonna repot a succulent. Okay, so today I'm gonna show you how to repot properly a succulent. If you have a succulent which is root bound in the pot, you might want to repot it. Or you just don't like the medium. Or there can be a bunch of other reasons why you want to repot your succulent. So today I'm gonna show you how to repot a rather smaller succulent, which is gonna grow to a bigger size, but it's still small because it's still young. So today I'm gonna show you how to do that. So for that you will need a succulent, of course. Here is the succulent that I'm gonna repot. This is the Echeveria agavoides, and I already showed you this succulent in the video where I talk about watering succulent, how to water properly succulents and things like that. So if you want to check that video out, click on the info card in the corner. So this is the Echeveria agavoides, but this is some rather variety of that plant. Also you will need a pot, a new pot, if you want to repot into a new pot. If you want to use the same pot, that's okay. Right now I'm trying to actually repot my succulents into these really pretty clay pots, and this is just something old and I don't know, I don't like this one. I'm repotting my succulents into these kind of pots. Also you will need something, where is that? Also you will need something for the bottom hole of your pot. Don't forget that, you'll need a hole on the bottom of your pot. That's really important. And to cover the hole you can put there like anything, like a piece of paper or a mesh net or a rock. I will use this tiny pebble here. So that's what you will need. And also you will need new medium, new soil, because actually refreshing the soil for your succulent or any other plant while repotting, that's a very good idea, because you are providing more nutrients and new nutrients. So that's a good idea. I'm not gonna talk about the soil I'm gonna use. I already talked about soil in a different video, and if you want to watch that video, what is the proper soil for succulents and things like that, you can watch the info card in the corner. Right now, long story short, I'm gonna use a regular garden center succulent soil mixed with perlite. I mixed in quite a lot of perlite. I think it's not 50%, but it's close to that. And I like to use a lot of perlite because it makes the soil much more fluffy and things like that, and I like that quality of the soil. So what we will do right now, I'm gonna lower the camera, how to say that, I don't know, and you will see what I'm doing here. So okay, I'm gonna work on this little tray because I don't want to mess up the floor, and I don't want to repot my succulents outside because it's not that warm. Okay, it was a very sunny day and it was very warm, but it's not that warm right now. So at first you will need to take your succulent out of the older pot and your old medium, and I think this one is potted into a horrible soil and I don't think this plant is too attached to it. But if you think your plant is attached to the soil and to the pot, you can actually go around the edges with a knife or something, and that will ensure that the roots and the whole root ball will actually detach from the sides of the pot. But I think this one just comes right off, and yes, it does. Okay, I don't want to make a huge mess. So as you can see, these succulents don't have a too extensive root system. It can be because of the quality of this soil, but I can see a lot of growing roots, so that is good. After I took them out of the pot, I like to remove, sometimes I don't remove the old leaves, but actually that's a good idea to remove the old leaves because pests like old leaves. They like to hide in these old leaves, and you don't need pests, so yeah, that's what I like to do. Okay, so I'm leaving on the roots these remains of the old soil because that is actually not too bad, and I'm just gonna continue removing the old leaves, the dry old dead leaves from the other plant as well. Also, when I'm doing this, I like to check for any pests like mealybugs, because I can get really easily mealybugs in the winter time, because you know, in the winter time I have a climate where I have to actually bring my succulents inside for the winter. At first I'm gonna try out how these succulents will fit into this pot, and if I plant them like this, it's gonna be pretty cute, so I'm gonna go for it like this. So at first you need to cover the hole with a rock, because you don't want the soil to actually fall out on the bottom. And I'm gonna add a layer of soil on the bottom of this pot. I'm not pushing too much on the soil because I don't want it to be too compacted, because you know, succulents like fluffy soil. And after I had that layer in the pot, I'm placing the succulents into the pot. And after I have the succulents there, sometimes I have to hold them because they don't stay like this, but in this case they actually hold each other, so I just have to fill up the gaps with soil. And this is the part which I really don't like, because I always get soil like everywhere, and I'm so nervous after it. So for potting something tiny, actually it's a good idea to use a little spoon, a teaspoon or something like that, and that will actually help you to avoid getting soil everywhere. I'm pushing a little bit on the soil because I want it to be a little bit compacted, because you know, I want something to hold these succulents. Sometimes I push on the plants themselves just to give them a little bit more stability, and I like to do something like this, so I ensure that the soil actually falls into every air gap or something that might be in the pot. This is the finished repotted succulent. After I did this, I like to water it, and after I water it, I just put back there between my other succulents. After a few weeks, the soil will actually compact, and the soil level, the upper surface of the soil, will actually go down a little bit into the pot. And this is what I'm looking for, because after the soil actually compacted a little bit, I'm placing a thin layer of pebbles on the surface of the soil. I will bring back the camera up. So after I repotted my succulents, I wait a few weeks and I water it and things like that. I care for it like normally. And after a few weeks, the surface of the soil will go down. And that's what I'm looking for, because after the surface went down, I have a little gap between the plants are on the same height. The soil is actually a little bit, just a little bit lower, and when I see that, I fill up the pot with tiny rocks or pebbles or something, because that will actually help to avoid rotting situation around the stem area of the plants. So that's a very good idea actually with normal house plants as well. Okay, some of them, not all, but some of them, that's a good idea to do that. For the succulent, that's okay, because it will ensure more and better drainage in the pot. And for me, it's still okay, because I will avoid actually rotting around the stem. So that's what I like to do. Also, when I repot succulents, sometimes if I see some pests crawling around there, I like to use hydrogen peroxide on the plant, and I just spray the whole plant so it will kill like anything. Sometimes I use bug killers which are toxic, so if you are not good with using toxic stuff on your plants, don't do that. Use your household DIY stuff things, because those can kill pests as well. For example, dish detergent and alcohol are very good for killing pests. So this is my video for today. I hope you liked it, and if you liked it, click on the like button, leave a comment, I will answer it. Like this video, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my other channel. You can find all the links down in the info box, and also don't forget to follow me on Instagram. So this is my video for today. Hope you liked it. See you next time. Bye guys. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. So this is my